finish line. You can't get there from here.
Strap on your pee bag. Wide Army. Running with scissors.
HWYRT.
HWYRT.
How come you're not running right now? No, seriously, grab some headphones and go for a run while you listen.
Come on, Bray.
And now, without further ado, here are Bryan and Peter.
It's one thing to bring Union Square Donuts to a recording of a show. It's another to wear their shirt. Are you working at Union Square Donuts now?
Peter, this is what happened this morning. Sometimes good things happen to good people. Because I think I'm a good person. I mean, I'm not insulting people on social media constantly. So I think I'm a good person. Anyway, let's put it this way. I went and I ran for... No, less than 4 miles, 3.5 miles.
This happened today.
At Hills at Union Square.
Bryan, how was your run today?
Thank you. And with November Project Rogue Hills Edition. And, let's right now talk about this suddenly is the warmest it's been in New England.
We're 30 seconds in and you're
in
already...
a year?
We're 30 seconds in and you're 3 stories deep.
Yeah,
and you haven't finished any of them. This is the setup. Take the coffee away.
Act 2 is going to be long. Act 3 is going to be amazing. The payoff is going to be tremendous.
Chekhov's podcast.
So just keep going, everyone. Dear listener, we're going to get there.
You're saying it's warm.
Suddenly it's warm. And we'll get to this when we start talking about the solstice run. This would have been shorter tomorrow. Ultra.
This would have been shorter tomorrow, or for that matter, yesterday. But that don't matter, 'cause all we really have is this little here solstice day.
Every long run Will and I have done has been cold and rainy.
Yeah,
we have only trained with gloves on, hats.
Yeah, your Millinocket training is going really well.
Up until 2 weeks ago, totally true. Even last weekend, it was cold and rainy.
It actually might be cold and rainy tomorrow. I don't know.
Today was like 78 and super humid. Like I was sweating walking to the workout.
Well, it scratched 93, 94 yesterday, and it was still warm deep into the evening hours.
It was warm at 6 a.m. when I was making my way to the workout.
But we are going to get a little thunderstorm boom boom and maybe chill it out a little bit, but maybe not. We'll see.
So we'll see what tomorrow's longer. Tomorrow is the 20 with Will.
I'm going to guess It's going to be extremely comfortable and sweat purging. Not sweat... I'm going to die, sweat purging.
That's what this was. You know, when you start out in the morning, you're always going to be a little dehydrated. It's not your best performance usually, not mine anyway. So to have it so warm and humid, it took me the entire workout to sort of my body to modulate, you know. So by the end, I actually felt pretty good. But boy, those were 3.5.
Voice modulate.
Voice modulate.
Voice memo.
So at the end of the workout, we typically go down to Union Square Donuts. It's a donut shop in Union Square.
You have come here after these workouts a few times. You've brought me a fine donut.
And this time I brought a Butter Crunch crawler.
So pretty.
Chocolate glazed.
My favorite.
And I went crazy and got 3 donuts, which is absolutely inappropriate and wrong. But I did have a doctor's appointment yesterday, so I've got, 6 months to burn this off. And then I brought a regular powdered sugar donut,
Not
or
what I
whatever
thought-
that's called.
Not what I thought you were going to say.
Okay, so donuts are delicious. Today is National Donut Day.
Is it today?
I didn't know, but
Well, congratulations, everybody.
they were doing the donut window because I think they were expecting a lot of people. They didn't want people in the shop because it's very small and compact. And on our bag was a scratch ticket from Union Square Donuts. Said, "Hope you're a winner." And everyone around us, all the folks who were working out, scratch, not a winner, not a winner, winner. Free T-shirt as I scratch off my scratch ticket. I don't win anything ever.
This is a beautiful black T-shirt.
Yeah.
With a
Very bold.
very bold, it's like silk screened white with black lettering, Union Square Donuts.
And what
then
does it say underneath? Yeah.
In white writing against the black background, eat donuts, drink coffee, with no punctuation.
That is like a life mantra.
And you were in my house for a good 5 minutes before I realized you were wearing that T-shirt, having come from that establishment. And it really does look like you might work there.
Well, I think it takes more than a T-shirt to work in a donut shop. I would never be able to do it.
Because you'd get fat?
Well, all I would do is eat the donuts and drink the coffee.
I would. It's so funny.
I'd probably be really surly.
I would never eat the donuts.
Oh, I would.
I like donuts, but like donuts aren't my go-to. That's so funny.
No, donuts are a huge temptation, especially these. These are very good.
Oh no, these are excellent donuts, and don't get me wrong.
If I worked in a Dunkin' shop, I probably would stop eating donuts after the first hour.
I just think it's like work. I mean, if I worked in a bakery of any type, I just don't think I could do it.
I'm not I love desserts, but in the responsible eating category, it's very easy for me to cut off desserts. You know,
What
just
about,
like as a category.
What if it was an ice cream shop?
So 3 months of the year, I really can't help myself. June, July, and August, I go crazy with ice cream.
Strap on your feet bag. Come
And,
get it.
you know, Peter, we had this idea where you and I would go visit because ice cream is a thing in New England.
It's a real thing.
It is. It's a thing in Massachusetts, and it's a
real
thing in
thing.
New England.
100%
One-off,
real.
family-owned ice cream shops. And we were going to do a thing where we were going to go and visit. It was going to be video-based. You and I were going to wear overalls
Yeah,
and straw boater hats
sure.
and visit ice cream shops and basically give our impressions. Because, okay,
We could still do it.
we didn't do the first one. I've had ice cream this year in 2025, like once before. But last week, my daughter Skylar and I went to Bedford Farms in Concord to get the ice cream. I ordered a kitty. There's usually 3 sizes: kitty, small, medium, large. Maybe there's just kitty, small, and large, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the phenomenon that is mind-blowing. I get a kitty cone of what they call green monster.
Okay. What is it? Mint chip?
Essentially, it's a mint chip. It is mind-blowingly
So
good
good.
because it's so creamy.
Yeah.
I think there might be fudge swirled in it as well,
Why not?
and chocolate chips.
Yes.
And it's not overly minty. It's just it's heaven.
You know,
Okay, the kitty,
the size.
3 full scoops
No,
of
it's
ice
not.
cream.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's just what they gave me.
No.
I ordered a kitty.
No.
I get, you get the scoop that fills the cone. That's the
Right.
base.
You got to get that going.
But it was a little larger than normal. Then on top of that, bloop, 2 full enormous scoops. It had to have been a pint of ice cream.
As a kitty cone.
Here's the thing about scooping ice cream in Massachusetts. They don't care what you order.
No, they don't.
They're just going to give you as much ice cream as whatever vessel if you get a cone, if you get a cup, they're just going to fill it
You're going to fill it.
until it starts to fall over, then hand it to you. And
Right,
you're
so it's
like,
not-
best
okay.
of luck, friend.
Right, because common logic would say, oh, a scoop equals this. But they're filling the thing.
No matter what you order.
So the kitty is the smallest thing.
I guess it's really just a word game, because Andrea will walk in and she really wants a kitty. And she'll say, kitty, but please, just one scoop of, she has to be very specific. Please just put one scoop of ice cream in this.
Does this more have to do with cone versus cup?
No.
No, because if you do the cup.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to take us away from the creameries. I'm going to go to the stores. Like if I go to a JP Licks, which is more of a chain.
And more of a restaurant, in quotes. It's an ice cream restaurant. Right. Yeah.
The kitty container is very small.
Right. So in these places that I'm talking about, like the ice cream stand,
you're getting
a
sugar cone, right?
They have a sugar cone, they have a waffle cone, they have a cup. That's what you're going to get it.
Right.
And normally, you would think if you get a kitty and it's one scoop, they put one scoop on it. But it has been my experience for as long as I've been living here, and it's only become more common.
Yeah.
No matter what you order, you get as much ice cream as that thing will hold.
That's pretty awesome. So kitty is really the answer for a lot of reasons. One, price. None of this is cheap.
Okay. The kitty is $7.
Right. This is what I'm saying.
And the large is like $8.50. So they know the game.
Right.
It's like,
okay.
There's basically one size, one price.
No, why not just do that?
Well,
because you don't want.
I don't know why they.
You have to
do
offer
that.
the choice.
Right.
Wow.
No one is incentivizing the summer staff to pay attention to size, or the mandate is, I never want someone to come back and say they didn't get enough ice cream.
So the project that you're talking about is Pete and Bryan's Creamery Roundup?
Pretty much, yep. Woohoo! Ding, 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 ting, ting.
Cut to Jeff Cronenberg right now.
Right.
Creating that theme song.
Yep.
So Bryan and Peter's Creamery Roundup coming to you summer 2026?
I think that's it. And we need a videographer.
Greg Shea, award winner Greg Shea.
And we'll need, we'll just need to hit it.
Do we need bibs? No, we have the overalls.
No, we have the overall. I mean, they're going to see us coming. It's going to be outrageous. I mean,
you're coming in hot today.
Oh, I've got so much.
Okay.
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know what is making the speaking juices flowing?
Because you've left a stain on my rug.
For one, we promised our dear fans and listeners a show a week, and then we abruptly and unceremoniously didn't record a show last week.
Not my fault, totally my fault.
I'm not blaming anyone other than the two people sitting here.
That's fine.
I'm a genuine asshole.
So I feel like we have to give it to them.
So that's it. So you're trying to, you are trying to fill this vessel with the ice cream of content.
Yeah, like a Massachusetts ice cream shop.
I asked for a kitty podcast this morning.
No, now you're getting.
You know I'm tie-tie.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Number 2, we're recording in your quote-unquote living room today, except it feels like, is it Geppetto's Toy Factory? There's something has happened in here.
Oh, you want to go into the toy chest?
Where I'm in the toy chest. We've crossed the Rubicon. Yay. It is so colorful.
It is colorful.
I'm going to do a quick description, but first let's hear the toy chest music. All right, the thing that knocked me over the edge aren't the colorful boxes of Legos, although those are legion at this point, covering other toys that are everywhere.
But it's organized. I want you to really.
It's not messy.
It's not messy.
It's more than the space can handle. But it is
so true.
It is well organized. But the thing that got me was, you have a flat screen TV on a nice cabinet.
I do.
And the flat screen TV, as they do, has a little stand, so it's about 4 inches up off of the.
Yeah, that's a 4K. Beautiful LG.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Up off of the surface of the cabinet.
Yeah, it's got some
But
space.
Filling that space precisely.
No, it's not exactly.
Is like 1,000 little figurines.
There's maybe 40.
There's
They're not
multiple
figurines.
rows of them.
They're minifigures. They're Lego minifigures.
Whatever that means. And so they're little people and little abominable snowmen and little wizards and little race car drivers and little cowboys and little robots.
There's a cat lady.
And there's just rows and rows as
pirate.
if they're in a parade.
Yep.
And it is overwhelming. What is happening in here, Peter?
Thanks, Brian. As you know, I sling the toys on the side as a hobby.
Oh, we know.
And Anna's children, now adults, had a collection of Legos as kids, and when we all moved in September, they were all just sort of thrown higgledy-piggledy. I mean, these people are like 23 and 19. Like, they're old now. They don't care about them. And they were like, do you want to get rid of these for us? And I said, yeah, I do want to get rid of these for us. So I've been spending, this is not an exaggeration or hyperbole, for the last 9 months, I've been organizing what all the Lego stuff is. So for some of them, I understood what they were, and some that I didn't. So what you're seeing is all the pieces being organized, and it's a constant filtration. So I am putting yellows with yellows, green with greens, red with and size. I'm starting to do sizes now. And then in the multicolored containers, those are all pieces to figures, to minifigures. So they literally had like torsos and legs and heads and clothing and hands. They literally took the Lego hands out of everything. So I've been slowly regathering, restructuring in order what's appropriate. So what you're seeing there in front of the television are completed, accurate minifigures with the right accessories. And then I sell those. And they sell anywhere from $10 to $20 each.
What?
Yeah.
These little 3-inch, 2-inch figurines.
Yeah, they're called standard Lego minifigures. They're the things that come with Lego sets.
These little toys.
Yeah, little Legos.
$20.
Well, they can go. I have one or two that are high 60s.
Come on.
They're rare. People buy the sets just for the figures. People sell the sets without the figures because they keep the figures. So all right, you see the completed ones over there, but now look to your right. You see that little green?
Oh, I see little torsos with no heads and
because
legs.
they're still in process, brother.
I see a lot of bodies with no heads.
That's it. I'm still trying to get there.
Oh, I see. And it's hard to describe because they do look like an army of headless somethings, people, I guess, in different uniforms and things like that. Some of them have no legs. Some of them have no heads. Some of them seem to be complete. Some are just missing their headgear, like
That's right.
helmets
Some
and
are
hair.
just missing their helmets. That's right. That's like the last
Is
thing
there
I
a
get to.
skeleton back there?
Yeah, because skeletons come with like pirates. They come with like, skeletons happen. There's all sorts of things.
Oh, it's hilarious.
So yeah, that's part of the colorful exhibit that's happening.
It's like a zombie, like a Lego zombie movie happening here.
They're in front of my CDs and my DVDs. I do have to move them out. That's part of the project I have right now this summer. I understand. But the rest of the room, look how many books there are.
This isn't critical. I was just saying.
Look at my plant game. My plant game is strong. Also, you're only looking at half.
Your
like
3-foot Voltron
not Voltron,
toys
but that's
are
fine.
out of control.
People get what you mean.
Yeah. Well, whatever they're actually called, no one's going to know. Except Dave Macklin.
They're
probably.
giant robots.
Huge robots.
I got a good Godzilla section.
Yes, I see that.
What's funny about this room is the Star Wars paraphernalia is actually on the low side.
Well, because that's in the ready for sale bin.
No, it's not. It's in the hermetically sealed vault that will never sell. Now, if you look at the other direction of the room, it's not so bad. Look, it's adult. There's an old typewriter. There's, paintings.
Again, I'm not being critical. I was just realizing.
Yeah, no, this room is very toy forward, and I know that, and I feel guilty about it because, again, I'm living with Anna. We're doing that, like, second act thing, and I'm still bringing...
Toys to the game?
Cut it out. Wow. Okay. Was you done with being hyper? Are you calming down? Is the sugar level enough? Do you need a little more donut?
Let me ask you a question, then I'm going to eat a part of a donut because I need more energy. Peter, how was your run today?
Brian, thanks so much. Yeah, there's been zero running. There's been a lot of walking. I've been in a lot of different states in the last month. I've been on a plane more than usual. Been wearing a lot of the compression socks, which I highly recommend for people for any flight, but certainly any flight more than 3 or 4 hours. Let's get those socks on, guys. Was in Salt Lake City, Utah this past weekend, and in a beautiful location, and it was about 4,800 feet above sea level. And let me tell you, that took me about 36 hours before I felt like I could breathe right.
Well, plus it's June, so it was probably
It was
scorching.
95 degrees when we landed.
Yeah. Hot, dry, and little oxygen.
It's really the dry part. We don't comprehend that well, being from a coastal area with a lot of sea air.
Yeah, when it's 75 degrees and super dry, it's amazing. And you feel like a superhero.
Yeah.
Well, then when it gets hot, we're just not used to it.
We're just not used to it. So I could see living out there and running and enjoying myself after full acclimation. And then coming here, not in the summer, but like in the fall, and being like, you guys, this is come on now. I got this. I can do anything. But if I came from there to here in July, maybe the humidity kills me.
I don't know if people I've talked to have done that. Yeah.
Like your lungs are good,
no, the
but your
humidity
body
is
doesn't
like,
know what to do with the
what
humidity.
is this?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's trade-offs in everything. I can't help but realize as we sit here and record this and you start to crash, which is going to be...
Nope, not going to happen.
Well, it will.
Nope.
We are 2 weeks out from a little thing we're calling This Would Have Been Shorter Tomorrow.
This would have been shorter tomorrow, or for that matter, yesterday. But that don't matter, 'cause all we really have is this little here solstice day.
So, Brian, I'm not ready. I'm going to do it. I am going to do it, Brian.
Okay.
But
Don't hurt yourself.
No.
Be smart so that you can do more tomorrow.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
It's just walking for me.
It's still a lot.
I'm committing to walking.
It's an amazing amount of miles.
It's very far.
Be good to yourself.
But what I noticed last night before going to bed when it was still light out at like midnight, wow, these days are super long.
Yeah,
like,
they are.
It's not a joke. Like, we are reaching the moment. And I got plenty of time. So I'm not totally. What time did you say we're meeting at South
6
Station?
a.m. is the start. 6 a.m.
Which I think is fine. I'm probably not going to walk to South Station.
I wouldn't.
I mean, maybe I could.
No. Please don't.
Well, I could, though. Think about that. I could wake up with the sun and go outside and stroll to South Station to begin the journey of also strolling.
And then walk home.
I could do that.
I mean, you do whatever you want. You do
I'm
you.
figuring it out.
I'll see you at 6 o'clock.
You know who's really been, you mean when you come backwards halfway back?
6 a.m.
Oh, 6. Okay, I thought you meant at the end. You'll see me.
By 6 p.m., I'm going to have eaten like 7 hot dogs.
So you think you're going to be done?
By 6?
Yes.
Yeah, I better be. That's the whole reason it's starting early.
I'm fairly confident I, too, will be done by 6 p.m.
I think you'll be done in 12 hours, yeah.
See, we say that.
We say that.
We
We
say
don't
that
know.
like a cocky, thing.
Well, I thought that Andrew and I were going to be able to walk around the perimeter of Manhattan, which is was about 30 miles.
Yeah.
Pretty well. Mm-hmm. As it turns out, it was early May. It was in the 40s. It poured rain the whole time.
Terrible. What did it really take?
You know what? I'd have to look it up. I don't even remember. I think it took 8 hours.
I think it was in the 8 zone. Yeah.
And the blisters that I developed on my heels and my feet were incapacitating. And it was so much harder than we expected. So it really that all had to do with the weather. Yeah.
And hey, who knows? We could be having a hurricane. We don't know what we're having.
Oh, thanks for. I hadn't even thought of that, Peter. Thanks.
Well, probably not. It's way too early in the season.
No, what's hurricane season?
Yeah.
Do we have those?
No, shush. We don't need that anymore.
That's right.
Thanks, Doge. Not to get political, but the weather doesn't matter anymore.
Well, we don't need to run down that road.
Not to get political, but we don't need to pave roads anymore.
Should we at least talk about protect my public media?
I want to say that we are in our own way a form of public media.
Well, I mean, for many years we did record at the WGBH studios at the Boston Public Library.
That's right. And we are certainly deep friends of public media of all types. So please be aware of the situation, everybody. Please help any form of public media around you, whether that be NPR or PBS, and help your local station.
Yeah, just be a member of your local public
That's
media
really
station.
all it takes. That's all it takes.
And if you want to dig more into it, reach out to your representatives, your national representatives.
Please.
And just say, public media is important to my life.
I'm going to be walking for public media.
I may be wearing an Arthur Fist T-shirt for the run.
I think that'd be good. That'd be good for you.
Although it's a cotton T-shirt, so it
my
may
God.
kill me.
Maybe you put that on after you're done.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Why don't you wear the Union Square donut shirt that you won today?
Well, it's also a cotton T-shirt with a big vinyl logo or whatever material this is. I'm also going to have the hydration vest on, so you're not going to see what shirt I'm wearing.
So remind me.
Yes, sir.
You're going to run with Will.
Yes.
You're going to actually run, and Paul Davies, a.k.a. Professor Lollipop.
Eureka! I've done it again!
Well, when last we communicated, Paul and I, a month ago or so, he said he was in.
He'll probably reach out right after this episode.
I would hope so.
Meanwhile, I know someone like, I don't know, Michael Goff. He'll probably join me at some point. Or he'll join you and then stop and then go have lunch somewhere and see a movie.
Yeah.
And then go back to the same spot, wait half an hour.
Right.
And then I'll show up. And he'll probably walk with me, 2 or 3 minutes before he realizes how slow it is and leaves.
Yeah, multiple people have reached out and said, well, you're passing fairly close to my house. I'll come out and wave.
Right. And again, this is Saturday, June 21st.
Right.
The summer solstice.
Correct.
And what's our route again?
Oh, boy. Well, I wasn't expecting this one. So we'll start at South Station, downtown Boston, and we'll make our way essentially up Atlantic Avenue toward the north end of Boston, stopping for some pictures with the just post-sunrise on the Boston Harbor there. We'll make it up into the north end. It's only about a mile to the Paul Revere statue.
Sure.
Then we'll pass through the grounds of the Old North Church, one if by two, one if by land, two if by sea.
2 if by 4.
Right. Then we'll make our way over to the Boston City Hall complex and into the Boston Common and the Boston Public Gardens. And thankfully, we'll be so early that you won't run into what I ran into when I started at 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, which is all the tourists and everyone just being out and about. That was inconvenient. I was the jerk running through crowds at that point. Anyway, so it'll be lovely. It'll be early. Then we'll hop over to the famous Esplanade, which is the grassy area along the Charles River, right at the clamshell, where the Boston Pops plays on July 4th.
The Hatch Shell?
what did I call it? The clamshell?
You called it the clamshell.
Well, I mean, it's a
It
clamshell
looks
shape.
like a clamshell.
But it's called the hat shell. I've never, I've only lived here for 30 years. I don't know what's going on.
Will we take the Arthur Fiedler Bridge
We
over?
will indeed. Footbridge.
Thank you.
And then we'll run up the Esplanade to Harvard Square and run through Harvard Square and continue up Mass Ave to where we get onto the bicycle path that'll bring us to Alewife T Station, and that's 10 miles. So we'll get to the first T station there at 10 miles, and that's at basically the border of Cambridge, Belmont, and Arlington. Sort of three towns all come together right there. And then we hop on the commuter bikeway, or the Minuteman commuter bikeway, which is 10 miles, basically to Bedford, and that passes through again, Arlington and Lexington.
Beautiful.
And then Bedford. And then the last part of the trip will be sort of a dirt path into Concord to the North Bridge. Dirt path into Concord, into the North Bridge, where the Minuteman statue is.
Yes.
And so then we sort of run through historic Concord Center, and then just down the road 6 miles to my house.
So that last part I'm worried about.
Yeah. Oh, you want to kind of know what we're doing there? So you loop. I'll provide instructions for anybody who's going to do this. You make your way back into Concord Center and you find Walden Street. And you just stay on Walden Street, which then the name changes constantly, but you basically cross Route 2, then run past Walden Pond, and then keep going, and then at the end you take a right on my street.
Yeah.
So I'll provide, if you're doing this and you don't think you'll be with a group, let me know, but I'll provide some instructions.
Now you're talking to other people, but I will be doing this.
I'm looking at you.
And I probably won't be with a group.
Right. I will provide clear instructions.
I'll just be that guy who's like, yeah, I said I'd do this.
Right.
So I guess I'm doing it.
Right. Well, we'll have so many forms of communication available to us.
I mean, it's legit possible I get to Concord. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is plenty.
I would recommend it.
Yeah. It's possible I get to Bedford.
Yeah.
And I'm
Lexington.
Like, it's possible I get to Alewife.
Now, that would be a convenient pickup spot. Just around due to.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just excited to see you at South Station because that's going to be
going to be fun.
It's going to be huge.
We'll run to the Intercontinental Hotel. We'll go right out to the water, take a bunch of photos.
Take some photos.
And, go on with your day.
We're going to see how this works out. The beauty of this one is family members won't be along I don't have to meet anybody. I'm not raising any money. None of this is real. It's all completely made up.
That's true. It's a made-up event.
But
my favorite kind.
Ego's on the line, baby.
Always.
Always. It's the curse of this sport. Ego. Way to go, ego.
Ergo, ego.
All right, so the people are demanding to know, what's your run tomorrow?
Okay. Professor Lollipop, if you're listening, please now turn the volume down.
Oh.
So last week, because of events that we were doing, we were doing family stuff, and actually Will was away on a family trip to Italy. Neither of us did a long run last weekend.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be our longest. It was supposed to be 20.
Okay.
This weekend's supposed to be 14 to 16 and then taper for 2 weeks. So what we've decided to do is replace the 14 to 16 with a 20 and then taper. So I know the usual wisdom is forget what you didn't do, just do whatever's on the piece of paper.
That's right.
So we're not going to follow that advice, and we're going to run the long run tomorrow.
Why not just split the difference and do like a 16 to 18?
Because brains.
Ego.
Yeah, ego. Mm-hmm. Because we can't do it unless we do the thing.
Let go of my ego.
Right. So we'll see what happens. I think we'll be fine.
I think you're going to be fine because it's probably not going to be a total washout. It's probably going to be like hit or miss thunderstorms. perfect temperature.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be doing some serious getting ready because I got 2 weeks here. So I got to get to a flea market. I'm looking for some Legos.
Well, tighten your sneakers, lace them correctly, work on lacing.
Can I tell you, that's a real thing because since pre-Japan, my sneakers have been tied, slip on, slip off. That's
don't do that.
no
Dangerous.
Ankle. Ankle roll. Danger.
Now,
Danger.
The good or the bad of this is that this is not a trail run. I mean, we are on paved surfaces the whole time.
For real, if this were a trail run,
right.
I'd be like, hey, have a heck of a good time.
Right.
I'll get the barbecue ready.
Right. So your ankles and feet are, you're unlikely to have an incident.
True. You're more likely to get hit by a bicyclist.
That's like an 87% chance.
Yup.
Yep.
Can't make any sudden movements. Can't just turn to the left or right quick.
No, already happened to me on the bikeway my last long run.
Did it really?
Yeah, I was, I had music going. I was jogging along, and I heard a bell, so I moved over to my right, and that's where the bicycle was. They had decided to pass me on the right.
You can't do that.
Well, actually, they decided to split and pass me on both sides.
It's not okay.
And they did apologize.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
What's the lawsuit like?
No, nobody hit each other.
You're fine?
He was just very close. I was startled.
I worry about you.
Well, thank you.
You're easily startled.
Of course I am. I'm very high strung.
Little update on the Owl Watch. Still nothing.
Oh.
I really thought last night.
You were going to see one?
I really did.
Okay.
Didn't see it. But I feel like it's coming. I feel like we're really close to it now. So much closer than before. Thought, because I saw a lot of wildlife out in Utah, thought maybe there was going to be a possibility.
I don't know what the owl population is like out in Utah.
I don't have any idea. I just know I saw a rattlesnake.
Okay.
And I saw many, 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 many birds.
Yeah.
But not an owl.
Okay.
But who knows? Possibly
Who knows?
Oh, boy.
Thank you.
Maybe on the longest
who
day
knows?
of the year.
Who knows? Well, owls are nocturnal, so...
Like I'm saying, maybe on the longest day of the year before I finish after the sun goes down. No, I'm going to be done before the sun goes down.
Yes, you will.
That's really true.
100%.
I'm confident.
Good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, seriously, if you are thinking of joining us either with us in Boston for this run or wherever you are, and I'm talking to you, Andrew, hit us up on, I guess, the Gmail, how was your run today at gmail.com, and just let us know if you really are planning on doing this so that we can all be in communication on the day.
Yeah, I really do think there's a nice window there of like 4 or 5 hours where if someone just stands on the path, they'll see you. Mm-hmm. Again, they can go do some shopping.
Yeah.
And they can come back and...
They can do their own run.
They could do their own run. They can build a model.
Yeah.
They could, write a short story or something. Mm-hmm. And then I'll show up.
Compose an opera.
Yep. And just I'll be just picking up the cones.
Picking up the cones, Pete.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Well, I'll go back to season 1 for that story.
When we first started this, there were 3 full donuts on this wooden board.
Yep.
I've cut them into quarters.
Yep.
There are now what equals 2 full donuts. Mm-hmm. I haven't had any.
So I've had 1 donut.
Well, you've had 1 donut comprised of 2 different halves of donuts.
Well, yeah.
You haven't gone near the chocolate.
Well, that's dessert. That's next.
Okay. You're saving that.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine.
I wouldn't want my blood sugar to spike.
Is there anything else? Because again, it was a grab bag of stuff coming out of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you forget anything? Is there
Well, actually, we do have a voice memo.
What?
Voice memo.
We do?
Yeah, from George Woodward. Do you want to hear it?
Oh my gosh, we were almost done with the show, but my gosh, of course I do want to hear George Woodward. Let's go.
Who's that?
Well, that's George Woodward right there.
Marathon George.
Go catch that sheep.
Voice Memo!
Peter, Bryan, It's GW Marathon George with a quick call. Bryan, I ran early miles this morning. I was sorry I didn't get to see you at Rogue Hills. I ran with a fast group. They ran me right into the ground. And in the last mile, I had that great humiliation of getting dropped. I was dropped so hard, I was like a boulder falling into a pond, sinking straight to the bottom. I straggled up the last hill to meet the Rogue Hills gang by myself, alone and dejected. But I still had fun. Peter, Lori left a message. You didn't even answer her question. You said thanks. You blew right by it. It was about Japan and about how everyone follows the rules in Japan. People can leave stuff by the side of the road and go for a run, and when they come back, it'll be there. And I have to agree, in my trips to Japan, everything is neat and orderly, and everybody follows the rules all the time. And please, stop with that mid-50s stuff. You know I'm mid-late age, and I don't complain. You guys shouldn't be complaining either. I am super sad that I'm going to miss it would have been shorter tomorrow or today or any day. I'll be thinking of you guys and wishing I was there. I was particularly sad when I heard there was going to be a barbecue at the house afterwards. I could go for some barbecue. Hope I'll get an invite someday. But on that day, I will be in the Alps. I'll be staying up at a glacier in a lovely little mountain hotel. But I'll be thinking of you guys and hadn't really thought about the fact that I'm going to be hiking in the Alps during the longest daylight part of the year. That should make it interesting and fun. So that's all for now. But I would like to know, how was your run today?
Okay, that was a giant voice memo. I can't believe you weren't going to play it.
So much packed into 2 minutes.
Quick thing. I've never heard the term dropped before. You were just explaining to me what. What does drop mean?
Oh, I mean, all he means is that, so for the early miles, they go for about 7, and you run as a pack, essentially, 4, 5, 6 people.
Sure.
And the leader, typically Emily Saul, is setting the pace, and the group runs. And then if you can't keep up, especially in that last section,
you're essentially dropped. You have to
heading home.
They go on.
And you get dropped. Yeah.
It's not that you stop running or whatever. It's just that your pace falls back.
Right. And so this has happened to me last year when I was training for Rim to Rim. I would meet with that. I did this like 2 times, maybe 3.
Yeah.
But I would meet that group very early at 5:30 in the morning. And they would start off, and I would go about a block before I turned the other direction.
Sure.
I was already dropped within that block.
Sure.
Because they were running like 8:30, 8:15 miles.
Yes.
And it's like, I'm not doing this.
No.
I'm just going to jog my way to Harvard Stadium, do a stadium, come back.
Beautiful. The other piece there, and this is important. George, you called me out, and you're quite right. In the podcast episode, I don't answer the question.
Well, that's my fault.
In reality, thank you, I did answer the question, and someone who does the editing of this podcast, who's not me, didn't include it. So here now is what I said.
Lori, always good to hear from you. Yes, in the Japans, there is no crime. Dare the Yakuza kill you?
No, I don't think that's what's deterring people.
People just do the right things. And yeah, there's just stuff all over the joint. I mean, I didn't really witness run groups. I saw a lot of individual runners.
Mm-hmm. And were they just throwing their wallets on the ground saying, I'll just leave that there?
Again, I didn't see a run group do that. But no, the individuals I saw were self-contained. Everybody seemed fine. But her story is not shocking in any way.
Mm-hmm.
I did see a lot of like backpacks on the ground.
Yeah.
At the Star Wars convention. It's not the exact same thing.
Well, a little
bit. And yeah, from all accounts, August is the wrong time of year to do. April, when I was there, was the right time to run. But
right.
Yeah, it is a different vibe, and it feels very safe, and you just go run, and it's great. And the running culture is deep and large, and there's a lot of it. So that is cool. Thank you, Lori. It's always great to hear from you.
Alert! Alert!
Well, hello there, friend.
Hello.
So there you go. I did answer it. Bryan, do you want to say anything?
Sometimes people make mistakes, Peter. I always listen to the show several days after it gets posted.
Sure.
Just to make sure sound quality is okay and all of that kind of stuff. And I was listening into my car, and I thought, where's Peter's answer?
Yeah, where was it?
Who screwed this up?
Because you know I gave one.
And I had to reverse it several times. And I thought, because oddly, we had trouble posting the show. There was some glitch.
There was an issue with the file.
And I was like, oh boy, so that means that this whole thing is going to be corrupted and there's going to be a mess everywhere. And then I actually went back to the original finished show that we posted. And yeah, I just cut it out by accident and didn't realize it when I did my QA listen.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, Japan, super safe. You can leave your stuff while you run. Totally agree with you, Lori. George, thanks for calling it out in public. That's really nice. I'm so sorry. I don't think I realized, George, you were going to be up in the Alps. First of all, that's amazing. Please enjoy yourself. Secondly, you were totally going to be missed, although I probably only would have seen you at South Station.
You think he would have dropped you?
Yeah. I don't even think we can call what I'm going to be doing being dropped. It's more like, I don't know what it's like. It's not we got to come up with a different term. Abandoned.
Setting your own pace?
Oh, sure. Yeah, fine. That's nice.
Choosing not to train?
Correct.
Running with scissors.
Selecting different opportunities?
Other things have happened and are happening and will continue to happen. As
so much is happening.
Is the case. It's all happening, I hear.
Yeah.
Well, Bryan, listen, thanks so much. I promise you we'll do at least one more, if not two more shows before the actual day.
Can't wait.
2 weeks away. It would have been shorter tomorrow. Let's hear that music one more time.
This would have been shorter tomorrow, or for that matter, yesterday. But that don't matter, 'cause all we really have is this little here solstice day.
So now what's the deal on the donuts now? Because, wait.
I had a little bit of chocolate while we were
when
listening
did you,
to George.
I literally didn't even notice that.
Yeah, you were so focused on George's message that I just slammed a quarter of a
so now
chocolate
you're a
glazed.
full donut and a quarter in, and I've had zero.
What does that mean? What are you saying?
Well, it means you worked out and I haven't, and
Right.
I'm trying to be careful.
Well,
you should have seen me last night just eating leftover Chinese food and sandwiches. Remember how I didn't eat my other half a sandwich at lunch? I ate that. I had Chinese food.
Yeah.
It was so hot in this apartment while I was at work that there was a Lindt chocolate bunny.
That melted?
And it was all in this like Ziploc bag. And I basically cut the bag and peeled the chocolate off it. It was delicious.
Did you put it in the fridge to get it?
I should have. I wasn't even thinking like throw that in the freezer for 20 minutes.
Right.
No, I just pulled it right off. And it was like, it had the consistency of like a fruit roll-up.
But it's still chocolate.
But it was chocolate. So yeah, that's my training.
All right, remember next week we're going to go to the movies.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
I know you went to a movie last night.
Oh boy. Okay.
You know who else was at the movie last night?
Who?
Do you know?
No.
Did you see anybody who was familiar to you?
I did not.
My son Daniel was
No
there.
kidding.
He was.
I did not see him.
All right, well, we'll talk about that next week.
Goodbye. I didn't hit record.